Good afternoon, viewers. I hope I find you well. Um, I welcome you to today's lesson, wherever you are watching from. Be blessed. And the book that we are going to consider today, it is the book of Matthew chapter 8. The verse is 23 up to 27, where we find Jesus and his disciples. They got into the boat trying to sail to the other side of the river. Here we find Jesus is with his disciples inside the boat. They are moving, going to the other side of the river. As they get amidst of their journey, Jesus fall asleep. Jesus is sleeping. The disciples, they remain paddling, going to the other side, whilst Jesus is amidst them. But the only thing that made them to think Jesus was not with them is because Jesus was sleeping amidst them. Now, this is what we want to learn. As they are moving to the other side, there came a storm. There came a strong wind. There came a very big storm that they failed to control. And when we read the spirit of prophecy, it says, as that storm came, they began preparing themselves so that they can conquer the storm. And the disciples started throwing what they had so that maybe by chance they can manage to mobilize and stabilize the situation that was there. What are we finding here? We find they had to put their human power, they had to put their human effort, but it failed. They forget that amidst them there is the creator of that wind. They forget that amidst them the owner of the wind is there. There are sometimes, brothers and sisters, when we are in problems and we forget that we are with Jesus. There are sometimes when we are in problems and we forget that Jesus is the one who created us. There are sometimes when we are in different circumstances, different challenges, and we tend to forget that Jesus is with us. And the same happened to the disciples. They forgot that they are with Jesus, the owner of the wind that troubled them. And as soon as they realized that Jesus was amidst them, they went to wake him up. They went to wake him up. As they woke him up, he said to them, "Why are you afraid, O you of little faith? Why are you afraid, O you of little faith?" Jesus today is asking us the same question. Why are we afraid, O us of little faith? This question is coming to me and you. Why are you afraid? When you are in financial challenges, why are you afraid? When you are in marital crisis, why are you afraid? When friends run away from you, why are you afraid? You of the little faith. Jesus continues and he calms the storm. Everyone who was in the boat was amazed because of what Jesus did on that day. He spoke to the wind and the wind obeyed. I want to challenge you, my brother and sister, that the Jesus that you worship, Jesus that you worship, can still challenge the problem that you are going through, and the problem can obey him. What kind of Jesus that we worship, which even the winds can obey? What kind of Jesus that we worship, even the waters can obey? What kind of Jesus that we worship, even things that don't talk, they obey? When you have challenges in life, remember that Jesus can speak something to those challenges. Sometimes we tend to run away from challenges that we go through. It is not the solution. The solution is to face them and call Jesus to make them obey. Because the wind obeyed. Hence, this tells me that even the same way that the wind obeyed, that is the same way that our problems can obey. The serious challenge that I'm giving you today is, have you involved Jesus in your problems? Some of us have got marriage problems. Have you involved Jesus in those problems? Some of us have got financial challenges. Have you involved Jesus in those problems? Some of us have got different problems. Our friends, they ran away from us. Family members, they ran away from us. Have we involved Jesus in our problems? Sometimes we tend to share our problems to our friends instead of taking them to Jesus. And we begin doing things to please others instead of pleasing Jesus. I want to challenge you that sometimes it is important to share our problems with God instead of man. Hence, this time I request you to share your problems with God, not man. Because God is the only one who can eliminate our problems. Don't do things to please others, because you might miss the destiny. Please God, because God is the creator, and the purpose why you are still living, it's because God has a purpose in your life. All those challenges that you are going through, they can come to an end as long as you obey His word, as long as you wake him up, as long as you recognize that you are with Him. Don't forget that Jesus is always with you. May God bless us all. Amen.